Hello, everyone. This is your host, Rob, and this is another episode of She Said, He Said. We have Alex with us today, who is back from his mission. Alex, what's going on?
Man, that couldn't have ended soon enough, man. I'm glad to be back.
Back to that snow, huh?
Well, hey, look, it wasn't like that yesterday. It was 65 degrees, and then, nature decided to dump on us. Pause.
Well, we also have our favorite special guest joining us. Nika and Wes are back. Hello.
What's going on?
You lying. We ain't your favorite.
Favorites. Well, look, we gonna get it right into it. So, actually, Nika came up with this topic. I got to give credit where credit is due. And here's the topic: emails, text, social media. What do they have in common? You don't have to reply. So we're going to talk about how people get caught up in foolishness when it comes to responding to things when it isn't even necessary. Oh, y'all want me to go first? Oh,
Yes.
Fine.
What happened? Something came up.
No. Yeah.
Okay. We're ready now.
This is quite a common trap that people fall into, man. I think the biggest trap I see is on Facebook. Someone will post something stupid or completely ridiculous just to get a reaction from people. I've been guilty as well. And it is first of all, it's very funny how people get so into social media and so into just your opinion that it will literally upset them. I have a nerd story for you. So there's this game on Xbox called Destiny. And
Oh boy, here we go.
Look, it's been out for a while, so I'm in a couple of groups on Facebook because you can party up with people and you can play together. So somebody posted something saying, "Oh, Destiny's so boring and repetitive." He said something, and I made a comment. I was like, "Yeah, I feel you." I was like, "You do the same missions over and over." I said it's still fun, but I was like, "Yeah." I said I feel like it's not worth the money at the time.
Yep,
So
I agree.
So this dude commented, right? He was like, "Oh, you guys must not have really been playing." So I replied, I was like, "I have been playing." I said, I've logged over 40 hours in the game. I was like, "I'm just giving you my opinion." Do you know this dude went on Xbox and looked up my Destiny profile and was listing my stats on Facebook? You haven't done the raid. You haven't done this mission, done that mission. How could you possibly know? And that's what I said, dude, you must have no life and no job. You be looking up another man's profile on a video game. And everybody just started clowning him, yo. And I was laughing. I was like, wow, like he really took that to heart about this game. Like he worked on it. He ain't work on it and they ain't paying you no money. So that's just my little nerdy example. I have millions more. I'll get to the juicy stuff later. But Nika, since this was your topic, no, never mind. I'm gonna go to Alex because she just bit a gummy bear and she almost died earlier eating one. So I don't want her to talk while she's eating. So, Alex, any experiences with that, or how do you feel about that? You don't have to respond. Text messages, emails, social media.
Well, mainly on the social media side of the house, and as it pertains to relationships, where somebody will post something like for instance, remember that topic we were talking about on last season about if somebody says no if you propose to them and all that, and you see how many people are responding to it.
Yeah.
Like, let's say I post it, and then all of a sudden, some drama pops up as a result because of opinions, and it just turns into something that's just like needless, So, I mean, that's one example. Then, getting more pointed, where I had some admirers hit me up on a DM. Or
you had some who?
Admirers.
Oh.
What's the DM?
Inboxing on Facebook.
A DM is a direct message.
There you go.
Oh, so they were personally trying to reach out to you.
Yeah.
I hate you.
So pretty
Go
much
ahead.
what ended up happening, there were several individuals in the course of the time that I was with my girlfriend and fiance, and that got me in a little bit of trouble because it's like sometimes I'm oblivious to what they're trying to do, and my fiance.
Yes, they are.
you know, so my fiance was like telling me, "Can't you see what she's trying to do? This and that." And I'm thinking she's making a big deal out of it.
No,
know?
she was right. Go ahead.
So
Oh my god.
pretty much like, and you know what, you are right. Like after the fact, you know, I didn't have to respond to some of these things where I wasn't paying attention to that, you know, because I don't know how certain females think, and it's not everybody, but like I didn't know that they were trying to seek or do something, you know. So a lot of DMs got me in some issues, and it was unbeknownst.
But why they gotta DM you? Why they just can't put it on your front page?
That could have set up another thing. Oh, you know, now it's like more public or whatever. You know, like
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't speak for them, but I just know that like the social media stuff, us as men, like if somebody is trying to come at us, or sometimes we won't really, if we're not looking for it, you know, we're not gonna see it, you know, and it can just snowball into all kinds of mess. So
Yep.
I'm just speaking on behalf of, you know, the average male. If we just don't see that stuff, you know what I mean? So I guess my fiance is just like, oh, you know, expecting me to be a mind reader and like, oh yeah, cut this person off and cut that person off, and it just needless stuff. Like I'm glad we got through all that, but
Yeah.
it's just, you know, I had to kind of lay low on Facebook and stop posting muscle pictures and all that. Robert, so it just.
Yeah.
I should have known. Now I know now. More than a year and some change with my lady. Like, okay, I know what not to look at. You know what I mean? So that's my story.
This is
Sorry.
true.
Hmm.
Alex, can you see me?
I can't see your video.
Oh,
What does that
I'm
have?
really-
to- Oh my god. Anyway,
Well,
I am appalled at your circumstances. Just absolutely appalled.
Well, it was on me because I didn't know, but now I do
Yep.
know. I know not to allow that stuff to happen. So, ladies out there, you know, if your man don't know, don't try to crucify him. Just show him the way. You know what I mean? Because if, you know, let's say you did bring it to their attention and they're still doing it, then you have a right to get mad. But if it's something where, like, hey, you can't control how other people act, that's another story. So, that's all I'm saying. Drop the mic.
Alex, that is absolutely correct. You are right. Women, ladies, if your man doesn't know, let him know. And then if they still choose to do, then you have a reason to crucify him. But you gotta let them know, because there is that small group of men who are just totally oblivious to what's going on. I wouldn't say the average guy doesn't know what's going on, because the average guy does know what's going on. So it's just a small group of you guys that are totally oblivious
I disagree.
to what those DMs really mean.
To me, a DM means I don't want everyone to know what I'm saying to you.
So why everybody can't say, hey, why everybody
What if you
say,
need to
hey?
ask me for $500? Why you need to post that on my wall?
Well,
They don't wanna
that's
put
not
their
a
thoughts
hey,
like this out there.
real
I'll
nice
just
little
play it.
muscle pictures.
Yeah,
That's a different DM.
if they're trying to be thoughts and stuff, they ain't trying to put it out there, I guess.
Yeah.
You know, that's my only explanation for it. So.
Nah, you're right, and
Trying to be sneaky.
and it goes back to, and here's my other thing too. Like, I think I said this on the past show, and it goes both ways, not just ladies, but guys as well. You know, you gotta
You go
gotta.
both ways. What? Oh, hold on.
Alex, I'm gonna chop
Continue
you.
with the
I'm gonna
show.
chop
Continue
you.
with the show.
That's what we've been missing. Shut up. No, because I mean, guys can do the same thing to girls, so it's like, yo, you gotta let your chick know. I've been through situations where I had to let chicks know. They're like, oh, he's not like that. I'm like, you can't think like a man, so you don't know. But yeah, guys, just back to the source of the topic. You don't have to respond to that stuff, man. Delete it. Here's the other thing too. Be honest about it. Like, if somebody, because number one, understand that you can't help what someone sends you. If somebody wants to send you something inappropriate or ask you something inappropriate, you can't stop them unless you delete them or block them. But once they send it, it's sent. It's in your inbox. Be upfront and honest about it, because if you forget to delete it, or you delete it and it doesn't delete, it goes to the quote-unquote archives, which I found out on Facebook. Then you look bad or you look guilty. So I would say stay in front of that stuff.
Can I interject real quick to add to that? Let's say somebody is hitting you up. You know, the mistake I made was trying to, like, I would say in my head, I don't think my girl's gonna like this, so I would try to like just not bring it up or
Idiot.
act like it didn't happen.
Yep.
And then when one trace or something pops
Now
up,
you
like,
being sneaky.
you know what I mean, and
Yep.
I guess
Just tell
But
them.
in your mind,
I'm-
you don't think you're being sneaky. You're trying to be discreet.
there you go, Mr.
Why you
West.
gotta
That's
be
what I'm
discreet
talking.
with your lady?
No, the thing is, it's like
He's trying to
not
avoid the
set her off.
conflict. Exactly. He's trying to avoid the
Exactly.
conflict. If it's something, because my thing is this: leave it up. If I'm with you, I'm with you. I love you. Let me handle it. Every little
Blah.
thing. No, every little thing doesn't need to be brought up. If Keisha from up
True.
the block or Stephanie or Sarah shoots me a message or something, and my girl don't even know her and I barely know her or something like that, then I'm deleting it. It's cool. But if it's like her cousin or one of her friends, like legit friends, then that's different because that's a little closer to home. And it's like, yo, I checked them, but you might want to check them too, type deal.
Yeah, it's sometimes you just want peace of mind because I hate to argue. I hate disagreements. If I can avoid it, I'll do all that I can. If that means like something that, I learned from one of my soldiers that came to my unit from Chicago, and he said to me, don't spend more than 5 minutes on something that won't matter 5 years from now. So if you're out there like, oh yeah, I'm mad at this person DMing this and that and blah blah blah, you know what I mean, and starting a fuss or an argument that can fester into something else, and then that can damage a long-term thing. So I believe that if it's something that you could just like sweep under the rug or like, hey, you know what, I'm just moving past it.
Yep.
I hate to dwell on that, and me and my lady had one incident where I was just like, oh man, this chick kept sending me stuff, and I didn't talk to her, but like before me and my fiance got together, there was kind of like hints that me and her, this other chick, and she ride motorcycles with me. We could have gone down that route, but it didn't happen. There's just some things that, that person didn't want to talk to me anymore. And in that time, like I would say like a month after, then I found my girl.
Yep.
Now a month in, or like, how can I say, like after me and Zasha were together for about a month and some change, this one starts hitting me up again and talking about, oh, I need somebody to come hold me 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning or whatever. So I'm like, okay, you know what, this is not gonna look good. And I was still learning my lady. She's more like, just tell me, be upfront with me. I made the mistakes, and just like in any new relationship, you gotta learn to dance with them. Your dance partner is not always gonna be spot on, but once you know them and how they respond to things, you respond accordingly. And with that, my presumption was, I just didn't want to set her off or give her the wrong idea. But with the best of intentions, trying to do the right
The
thing.
breast
in my mind-
intentions.
Yeah, the best intentions. Shut up. But by me trying, like, I had the best of intentions because I didn't want my lady to be hurt by seeing that. But my lady is just like, that wouldn't bother me. I'm pissed off at that person, and I'm mad at you for trying to hide it. So that like I thought I was doing the right thing, but it set it off even more. So I was like, you know what? There's just some folks when it comes to like the DMs and social media, or like me and Shimon have a mutual friend that Rob and I know.
No, I don't. Don't associate me with these buffoons. Go ahead.
Well, he and I have a mutual friend from Comic-Con, and Rob, you didn't get to see her, but this one put like some googly eyes that I didn't understand what that emoji was, and my girl knew what it was. So she put the googly eyes back to her, like, hey, I see you looking at my man type stuff.
Oh.
So I was just like, wait a minute, like I had no idea what was going on. Again, oblivious. Some like, you know what, we as guys can be really simple. Like if we're not looking, we're not gonna see it. So yeah, that got me in a little hot water. But
A little. Man,
yeah,
look.
I had to change my social media habits. Robert can tell you, like, I
Yo,
post
don't stop
that-
talking. Stop talking right there. Just stop talking.
Hey, I just want peace of mind. That's all.
Yo,
that's all I
did
got to
have
say about that.
I did have to help Alex curb his social media habits because I saw his Instagram and I was like, no wonder. I said you need to Alex, you need to rewatch the episode of social media downfalls, dude. That is.
You know what? I was a walking LMFAO video because I'm a workout gym rat, so I'm just putting all that stuff on there, and I'm like, I didn't care. Like, if you got those Instagram girls doing it, how come I can't do it? Like,
Oh my god! Because
I know you did not.
yes,
yes, I did. Oh yes, I did.
All right, wait. So we're gonna get a quick we're gonna get a quick word from our sponsors, and we'll be right back. She said, he said. All right, we back.
Black, we black. Let's go.
Shut up.
What's the googly eye emoji?
I'll send it to you later.
It's something, I think it's on iPhones, but like
I'm gonna send it to you.
These
right
eyes,
now.
and I didn't know what that was.
It's what you just sent me.
Eyebrows.
Huh?
I think it's what you just sent me.
That's what I sent you. I didn't know that was good. I sent notes to everybody.
Well, it depends on like
Trouble.
if
That
it's a
means,
certain picture.
That means like
Yeah, it's like I
That
see
means
you.
like I see you. Hey.
Yeah, it depends on where you apply it. Like if you see a picture of some, for us guys, if we see like somebody in a thong or showing like, a butt shot or something, and they put the eyes, it's like I see you. You know what I mean?
It
depends on how you use it.
It depends on how the person perceives it, because nobody can hear how you're saying "I see you" when they text you or put a googly eye under your social media.
But it's like this: perception is reality, and what
It's
people.
the other person's reality. That's absolutely right.
So I'm just saying. Rob,
Moving.
I dropped my.
I don't. Oh.
All right. No. Well, Nika and West, we have not heard from our favorite guest, so
That rhymed too.
It did.
I did that on purpose.
Shut up.
Let's hear. Y'all two are perfect. I swear. Go ahead. I want to hear from
No,
you. Dude.
so I can't really say a whole lot about social media because I never got like direct messages when I was on Facebook. You don't know. You didn't even know me.
You lying.
People had said everything on my front page.
He lying.
Now let me tell you what I did have. I had a lot of people who felt like my page was the sounding discussion board or something. So like they would say something smart to me on my page where everybody could see it, or two people would get into an argument on my page. Like in front of, I was like, stupid, y'all shut up, get off my page. I had to do that, but I never had like direct messages like that. Even on Instagram now, I don't have DMs. I don't. Like it's not even a thing. So my thing on social media was
DMs.
I don't know, it's a little different. Text messages. We still on social media?
No, it's all the same. Hey, emails, text messages, go ahead.
Well, I see it a little different because social media, you're out there being social.
Yeah.
It's I don't know, that's the nature of it. Text messages and emails are more business. So when somebody's texting you something and they're asking you a question, you need to respond.
No.
Now, if they're just saying, oh, guess what happened to me today? I went to the store and I saw such and such. Apparently, they want you to know. So at least be like, okay, cool. Or K, like people used to say.
Okay.
But you ignoring it is like, okay, I told you this for nothing. Now, if it's in a group message.
Which I hate.
You got the option to, because I ignore group messages for like weeks at a time.
I leave them.
I mean, so, I don't know.
Okay. Nika.
Yeah, all them faces.
I know all them faces. I'm gonna start doing video shows.
Because you're telling tales over here. First of all, Alex and Rob, West, they had to learn him something. I had to learn him the same thing your girlfriend, fiance had to learn you.
Yeah.
About the females in general.
In general, it had nothing to do with social media.
At that time he couldn't tell the difference if it was on social media right in front of your face. So I mean, it didn't. I mean, you had to understand the whole female, concept anyway.
Okay, I think they got that. Now move on with you.
Now.
Oh, we gotta make them regulars, man.
Alex, shut up. This is stuff that is already, dude. I've already done. Never mind. We'll talk. See, this is what happens when you, Alex. This is what happens when you're not at work. I know you were at work, your real life job, but we'll talk.
All right, cool.
So I don't think that you should have to respond to a text message. I mean,
But what if they ask you a question?
What are you? Okay, if you're asking me a question,
Yeah.
if you're asking me a question and you need me to answer the question, you need to call me because I'm not. What if I'm not looking at my phone?
You're always looking at
Like,
your phone.
I'm not always looking at my phone.
Look at it. You looking at it now.
You are,
well,
and I see the glare in your glasses. No, well, here's the thing, Nika. Here, you're a different breed. You're very consistent with your forms of communication. Ever since I've known you, you've been a caller. Some people are just callers. You have to call them. Some people are texters. Some people, like I have a friend, if it ain't on Facebook Messenger, this person will not text me back. This person don't pick up the phone. I send them a Facebook message, we'll have a 3-hour conversation. It's the weirdest thing.
Ridiculous.
It is the weirdest type thing. But responding in general, I think is a common courtesy. At least respond with, because what I do is if someone sends me something and I feel like I don't think I can convey it in a typed message, I'll say call me, or can I call you and such and such.
Right.
I mean, Nika, I love you to death, but you be doing that to me too. Like, I'll send you something. Oh, I just saw this. It's 5 months later. I'm already dead. Too late.
Oh, like the skeleton memes? You're like, you're waiting for somebody to respond back, and it's like
Yeah.
What? That's not true. I'm getting better. I just feel like, okay.
Wait, that's not true. I'm getting better. So it is.
I'm getting better. I just feel like I think we as a society has moved away from actual communication. Like we use these text messages and social media as a crutch and as a platform sometimes. I mean, you know, you look at what people put on social media and it never ceased to amaze me that you could have a wonderful video and then for fun, this is what I do for fun. I'll go on Facebook and I'll look at a great video. Mm-hmm. And after I finish watching the video, I click on comments just because I want to read the stupidity that comes from, you know, what people will put. It doesn't matter what you say or how wonderful your video is or how awful it is. You're going to have 15,000 unnecessary comments. Yep. Like people use it as a platform to talk trash when it's unnecessary. Like, if you don't like the video, just click off of it. Why do you feel the need to say something awful? I mean,
because they hide behind the computer.
Because they can. Because they can.
And that's right, because you can. It just doesn't make any sense to me. But yet, if I call you or if I want to talk to you face to face, you shut mouth and you don't even know how to say, you don't know how to reciprocate a conversation. We can't do that. It doesn't make any sense to me. And my biggest pet peeve is when I have something important, like if we're in the middle of something important, some type of important conversation or you know, situation where it's like, okay, well, I need your answer or response within a certain time period. Why are we texting? Why are we texting? Like, quicker. Is that really quicker? Because what if the person's not looking at their phone? What if they're not by their phone? What if they're in the other room and I need to get some type of... If I'm in jail and I need you to pick up when I call you on the first time, they don't have text messaging. But you sitting there waiting on a text message because you don't know how to pick up your phone. I can't understand it.
Now, see,
can I interject in there? You see, I have had miscommunications with my fiance because of text, because the things getting taken out of context.
Which is why you should call, right?
Yes, I'm a firm advocate of like, hey, if there's a misunderstanding, pick up that damn phone. Like, you know make it crystal clear. You know what I mean? Because that leads to breakups, issues, like all kinds of stuff, you know? So,
or if you texting me, I might not respond until I get in my bed and I'm trying to see what I missed for today.
Or those of you whose phones aren't still in the Stone Age, you can now send a voice message through the text message. That's what I do sometimes. I love those. Those are great. Or I use Marco Polo, the app where you can send instant video messages back and forth. I use that too. I like the person
that was eating up my battery, bro.
I need to go delete some of them. What you were gonna say, brother-in-law? You said you like you had something to say.
No. Okay, so this I understand what she's saying, but my thing is, I'm very what's the word? I'm adaptable. So check your face. So when I was first with a cell phone, called everybody. Now let me tell you, I was one of those people who was still calling people when everybody was texting.
Same here.
So I would call people and I would get so irritated because I'm like, I'm calling you, but yet I send you a text real quick. And why didn't you answer the phone?
Yeah.
So I adapted. I was like, okay, everybody texting now. So let me text. Let me get up on that game. So I started texting people. Now, I don't have a problem. If it's something very important, I will call.
Wes would text 911 if he could.
That's not true. She just came along because she's one of the...
I love texting.
But she'll text me. That's the thing.
I love texting.
She'll text me first.
When it's convenient. When it's convenient.
It
but
is
my
convenient
whole
for me.
conversation with you should not be via a
And
text.
it's not...
I'm not having a 30-minute conversation with you during text message. I'm not doing that.
If I'm at work...
I will not respond.
Oh,
I'm at
let,
work.
let brother-in-law talk. That's the point.
If
That's a good
I'm
point.
at work...
What do I do?
And you text me, and I don't text right back, you get irritated and call me. I'm not ignoring you. I'm in the middle of something, like literally a laptop in my hand and two students standing in front of me. I'm like, yo, let me text. So I would text you back real quick.
What do I do? If I text you, it's something that is not that precedent. But if I am
it's not something that's that what? Say that word again.
It's it's circular thing. It's not pressing.
Okay.
If I'm texting you, it's not pressing. It's not a pressing issue. But if I call you more than I
you
text.
do. No, but my thing is you gotta be like, if I don't text you right back, then you like get irritated like I'm ignoring you.
How
I'm
you
like,
know I get irritated? You not with me?
Because you say you didn't get this.
That sounds like irritation to me.
No, it doesn't.
You get the text?
See?
What are you doing?
That's why I have to call, because you misconstrue what I said. Misconstrued what I said. Screwed.
Uncle Scrooge. What?
Right there.
I'm from.
Nah, I'm talking. Rob be hitting us with them jokes like making things rhyme and all that. It's all good.
I see what you're saying, Nika. But brother-in-law makes a good point, man.
Y'all trying to gang up on me.
No, I'm just saying that the work thing, without going into details, anybody, y'all know what I do for a living. So if you need something from me, you have to text me, because I can only use my phone. Within the first 8 hours of my workday, I only have about 2 or 3 opportunities where I can even use my phone. So I can sneak a text message, and that's another reason why text messages are convenient. And they're also
it has
convenient.
its uses,
Yeah, it has its uses. Like, I just had someone do photos for me for something, and he texted me his email. Stuff like that. You can get a lot done with the texting, but I think back to Nika's point, if it's pressing and very important, then you do need the phone call, because they need to hear your voice. They need to hear the emotion in your voice so they can see the severity of it. Because it's like, you text me, yo, can I get $100? It's cool. Versus, yo, man, see, I really need this $100, man. Like, I got a flat tire, my baby mama tripping, whatever. So I get that. But yeah, it does kind of and you know what I noticed? The people that I call, or the people that I'm closest to, the people that I text, they kind of like high and by. They're a lot more detached from me than people I actually talk to on the phone.
Well, that's good.
We're also more intimate, like you got that connection, like Rob called me, or actually I called Rob when I was down at Fort Jackson for a mission. I was like, hey, you know what? I'm not gonna text if I can stop by and visit. Hey, let me call, just to make it clear.
And he was too far
Then
away.
he told me I'm an hour or something. Like I ain't doing that. I had a rental.
I'm like, nah, too. Next time, man. Next time.
All right, cool.
But I do. And I agree with it. I see where I'm. Stop making these faces. I know I'm. Goodness. So, I do understand. I am a little different because I text my closest friends. But the reason is a lot of them are out of state. I don't have time to call all my boys while I'm at work, in front of students, teachers, principals. Sometimes in meetings, it is so convenient to text a couple of them at the same time. And when I get a chance, I do call them. When outside the job, drive somewhere, I do call them. But I don't have the luxury to call all the people that I'm close to. Like I got a cousin in Jersey. Like me and her are like twins. Like we tight. Mm-hmm. But both of our schedules, we can't call each other. Mm-hmm. But we text each other all day, like every day, all week. But it's not because we're not closest. We know we don't have that luxury to pick up the phone and actually have a phone conversation. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And that's what's about Nika. I know if she calls me, I do answer. I try to answer as quick as I can. She knows if I don't
Same here.
answer, I'm busy.
Same
I'm
here.
busy.
No, she think I'm
not
fake
trying
busy.
to ignore your call. You know, I don't try to ignore people's calls.
But
and
I only
text them
call
back.
certain people, so it's like, you know, I feel like our communication with, you know, with everything that we discussed in the topic, you know, social media, text messages, emails, I feel like you are in control of who you communicate with. You don't have to reply if it's something that you don't want to discuss, or if it's someone you don't want to talk to. And
If
so
I don't want to talk to them, they wouldn't be having my phone number.
well, that's true for some people, but in like my circumstances, I'm a business owner, so I can't,
Okay,
you know, I
that's
can't
different,
just say I'm not going to answer my phone. So a lot of times I don't want to talk to people, but and sometimes I don't answer my phone.
Same here.
But I just, you know, you have that luxury. I mean, it's not, we have caller ID now, and we have, you know, FaceTime, the Skype. We got all these different avenues where we can see who it is, and we can know what it is that we're, you know, addressing or replying to, and it's just a matter of whether you're going to do it or not. It's not always necessary to do so. You don't have to.
If it's
you
an
don't have
important
to
question,
do so.
if it's an important question, and that's what I was agreeing with you about, though. Depending on who it is, you would now. But if it's like your close friend or something, and they're trying to tell you something, you just ignore them.
If it's something that doesn't require a reply.
Now that you define that.
Yeah.
Now,
okay. If I message Nika, nobody messages someone unless they're just cutting them off or just responding to something they said. You don't message someone without the intentions of receiving a reply.
Right. There's a reason why they're telling you something, not just to say, "Oh, I saved a 10% on Geico with Geico." You know, you can't.
That's what a lot of times the comment.
Now I can see.
We back. All right, we got them back.
I've been talking to him. Are you on?
Yeah, we back now.
No. Oh.
Yeah. She's about to spill the beans. I shouldn't have said nothing. But we were just wrapping up. Any final thoughts on this whole not having to respond, social media, text messages, emails?
If it's important, respond. That's all. This is important, respond. I mean, and we know who. We're pretty. You know, we can filter through who's important and what's important. So
Yes.
I mean, I think it's common courtesy if somebody's saying, "Hey, can you do this for me?" and you know it's like a good friend or a family member, or if it's that person who always is saying for $5 every week. I mean, you know.
True. Yeah.
So,
Yeah, deal with folks where they are. You know how to deal with individuals. Like if they're acquaintances, deal with them as such. If they're the ones that weren't just texting. If you got the folks like Rob, my other boy Shin, like I'll call them. You know, we handle business, we run a website, a couple other things. Like there's just those connections that you can't substitute one-to-one communication with. You know, you just pick up that phone. That's all I got.
Nika, any final thoughts, or do you not have a response for this as well? She doesn't. She's trying to think of something right now.
No, see, that's one of those type of situations where you choose not to respond. We can choose not to respond. So just don't respond. Just don't respond. That's my motto. Just don't respond. It's better to just not respond and then to get caught up in foolishness and nonsense, and just don't respond.
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen,
Gotcha.
there you have it. Remember, you are in control of your feelings or emotions. Don't get drawn into something, because some people, they set traps, man. They set traps all day, every day. Some people are just miserable, and all they want to do is make you miserable too. You know, they say misery loves company. So
Indeed.
watch what you get yourself caught up in. You don't have to respond. Be open and honest with things. And hey, don't forget, there's no excuses. There's block buttons. There's unfriending people. All kinds of ways to get rid of it. So if it's truly unwanted, you can get rid of it. So don't fall for those whole gimmicks and tactics. Oh, I don't want. Oh, really? Then why is this person not blocked yet? So anyway, thank you all for joining us. This has been another episode of She Said, He Said. We hope you enjoyed it, and we'll catch y'all next time. Peace.
Peace.
right.